Very proud to be here, and we always believe that special individuals who have made the world better and contributed to the world be honored and recognized. There's something reassuring about that at a time when the world seems to have come loose of its moorings and there's great uncertainty and danger. To recognize people who continue to make a difference is a big deal, and Atlantic Council is very proud and pleased to be able to do that.
It's my distinct honor to welcome you to the Atlantic Council's second annual Global Citizen Awards dinner. In this, our 50th year, the Atlantic Council is in a unique position. Put most bluntly, our organization has rarely been stronger, and our mission has rarely been so endangered. At a time of historic shifts of economic and political weight, the greatest since the 18th century, we must worry whether our common values might also be endangered if we don't reunite in common cause. That's what we're about.
I'm very, very pleased and honored to have played a very modest part in launching this initiative of the Atlantic Council's International Advisory Board. And I'm even more honored and privileged to stand before you tonight to join in recognizing the distinction of the late Rafi Hariri, Christine Lagarde, and Senator John Kerry.
So welcome all, and thank you, each of you, for what you do for our world and your support of the Atlantic Council. It is the individual who changes the world. It is the individual who makes the world better. Our honorees tonight have made a better world. And in the end, isn't that all that really matters?
It's a great honor to be here tonight. And thank you, Chuck, not only for that introduction, but for what you and Fred Kemp have done to rejuvenate the Atlantic Council. After the end of the Cold War, it saw some hard times, and people say its time has passed. But it is now the most vital and dynamic such organization of its kind. It is my real honor this evening to introduce the first Global Citizen Award to be given this evening to a man who gave his life promoting the cause of peace in the Middle East. Rafiq Hariri believed in peace, harmony, tolerance, and worked tirelessly to achieve these in Lebanon and the wider Middle East. A self-made man, Rafiq Hariri epitomized a rare breed of reformer in the Middle East. He advocated for political plurality and economic progress, and rejected the sectarian divisions which so trouble the region. It's an honor to have Baha Hariri, the oldest son of Rafiq Hariri, here this evening, together with Nazek Hariri and many other members of the Hariri family. It means a great deal to us that Baha Hariri has entrusted to the Atlantic Council his father's name. We value that enormously and will work hard to maintain that trust.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Atlantic Council for their support and the honor bestowed on my father through this award. My family and I are deeply humbled. I wished my father were here to see these historic transformations unfolding before us. To see people in most Arab countries find their voice and demand what they have been lacking for so long: dignity. To be sure, it will require wisdom and patience on the part of the United States and Europe to understand these transitions, as well as to engage politically and economically with the Middle East in ways that encourage and incentivize sound democratic development and economic growth. This is why I have sponsored the creation of the Rafiq Hariri Center for the Middle East at the Atlantic Council to provide insight and policy recommendations that respond to the reality of a rapidly changing Arab region. The Atlantic Council is the right place to house a new Middle East center because restoring European and American leadership is essential to the success of the Arab transitions.
You have entrusted your father's name to the Atlantic Council. We do understand the gravity of that responsibility, and we do intend to live up to his name and the spirit of his leadership in the Rafiq Hariri Center's mission.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support of the Atlantic Council mission. We could not do our work without you. We want to acknowledge this evening's co-chairs who are here this evening, and I would like to invite them to stand.
I've known John Kerry a long time. John Kerry and I became friends long before we became colleagues together in the United States Senate. To have him where he is today as chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee is a critically important leadership position for all the reasons everyone in this audience understands. For that, for many contributions he's made to the world, certainly to the Transatlantic Alliance, we are very proud and very honored, and I wish he was here tonight to present the award to him personally.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for this honor and the privilege of being able to share a few words with you. I've had the pleasure of being involved with the Atlantic Council for a long time now, and I got to tell you, I especially enjoy it when it means kicking around ideas with Chuck Hagel and Brent Scowcroft, two of our country's wisest voices on foreign policy. And the work that they've done at the Atlantic Council, along with the leadership of Fred Kemp, has kept the U.S.-European relationship front and center in Washington's discussions about foreign policy. All of you have provided thoughtful and creative and nonpartisan input on tough issues. We need that in our politics now more than at any moment that I can remember.
In those times of economic turbulence, volatility, where we have to meet tremendous economic challenges, financial challenges, we need a captain on the boat who is a true leader. We are living at the moment in exceptional times, and we need an exceptional leader. And Christine Lagarde, you are such an exceptional leader.
Oh, Champs-Élysées, oh, Champs-Élysées.
Thank you very much for giving me this award as a global citizen. I feel very, very honored, very proud. It weighs heavily on my shoulders, I can assure you, because it's a constant challenge. Thank you to the Hariri family for what you do in Lebanon, for what you will continue doing, but also for the inspiration that you constitute in the region. And I wish, as his son just said, I wish he was here not just tonight, but he was here to witness what we are witnessing in the Middle East and in North Africa. Because one of the things that you all know, because you come from all corners of the world, many of you, we are completely interconnected. And this interconnectedness has been made obvious in the last crisis. Whatever we do for one part of the world will actually help the rest of the world as well. And my belief is that if we can come together, as advocated by Senator Kerry, beyond party lines, and that if it is coupled with political will, it can actually achieve a great deal. And I'm personally determined to do everything I can, not to be in the limelight, not to be recognized as a global citizen, but to be as engaged a facilitator as I can, so that others can take the light, others can collect the credits, but find a solution.
The Atlantic community represents people who have the same thought about man and his relationship to society and government. And that's very important in this day and age. And I think we can do so much more together than we can separately.
What is very much missing at the moment is not so much the technical expertise, it's not so much the economic solutions, it's not so much the mix of policies required or the priorities, it's the ability of the partners that will make those changes happen to have a dialogue, to have a constructive dialogue. And I think the Council is ideally positioned to bring partners together, to make sure that people in a sort of neutral environment can actually exchange views, can actually share the analysis of the situation. And the Council has been doing that for the last 50 years. It should continue doing so, and I think its role is critical at the moment.